Hello guys, welcome to another session. In this session, we are going to look into head section internals. So let's jump into the topic where we will discuss about head section internals. This session we are going to look into these topics where we will discuss about page title. We will discuss about why it is important to choose page title carefully. Once we understand that, then we will proceed further and we will discuss about refreshing the page dynamically with the help of meta tag. Then we will know about how to describe our HTML document so that it can be easily searched by any search engine. Once we understand that, then we will look into how we can incorporate any of the JavaScript file in the header section or say head section of HTML document. Once we understand that, then we will also look into how we can incorporate CSS style sheets. CSS is our next course, but here I will show you how we can incorporate CSS within HTML document so that we can format and beautify our web page. Once we understand that, then we will proceed further and we will look into how we can link more resources within the header section of the HTML document. So guys, let's jump into the Visual Studio Code and where we can learn with simple exercises. So we are into Visual Studio Code. So prior to understanding the steps to create page title, we have to understand that why it is important to carefully choose the page title. It is important because it is used extensively to bookmark the HTML document. Another point which makes it really important, that is a search engine optimization. It is also important because a web browser window may display the title so that anybody can easily recognize the context of the visited site or the page, and the page title is also displayed within navigation tab, as well as it is also used for saving within the history. So in case if you want to access the page again in future, you can refer that from your browser history and you can easily recognize with the page title. For example, we are into a browser and I have opened 3 tabs over here, so you can easily recognize that here we are into Google page, and in this page we have ESPN Crick Info, and here we have BBC News. So we can easily recognize with the page title what the page we are visiting. So it is really very important to consider your page title carefully. Now let's look into how we can create it. So here I have an HTML document and I want to create a title. So we need to use title element. Here you need to specify the title which you want to use for this page, like learn HTML5 step by step. Now let's access this page and see how it is coming. Let's copy the path, open your browser, come here, paste the path, run it. Then you will find that we have a tab over here, learn HTML5 step by step. So this is the way by which you can create page title. Now let's proceed further and we will look into how we can refresh the page dynamically. So the dynamic refreshing of the page can be achieved through meta tag. The meta tag is an empty tag that needs no matching closing tag to create an HTML element. It is only used to specify information with its tag attributes. So let's look into meta tag in action. To do that, so let's create a page where we can redirect after 5 seconds dynamically using the meta tag. So let's create it a page over here, select it, click on this new file, and here meta page demo.html we need to specify, and here we can use snippet to generate the HTML. So you need to type HTML and here you need to select HTML, the third option. It will give us this option, and here we can delete this one. It is for demo purpose. I am just using it. So meta page demo or say meta tag demo. So it will be redirected to this page. So we will come here and we can use meta tag, write meta, and within that we need to specify an attribute called http eqv equal to, we need to specify refresh. It should be refreshed after 5 seconds, told that, and we want that it should be redirected to our meta page demo. So we need to specify URL. So now I have written it, so you can see that how it will look like. Meta tag http eq refresh, this is an attribute, and here we need to specify the content. This is for seconds, how many seconds, after how many seconds it will visit this page, and this page we have created over here, and we have meta tag demo, and we are also written over here, I am here. So let's copy the path. Here I have copied the path, and let's open into the browser. So I'm into browser, you can paste it over here, and after 5 seconds it will go to the other page. So currently we are into Learn HTML5 step by step. Now you will see we will move to meta tag demo. So this way you can dynamically refresh your content at any particular interval. Now let's proceed further and we will look into describing the document. But prior to understand the way to describe the document, we have to understand that why we are using document description. Document description mainly used to optimize the search engine indexing. So to describe the document, we again need to use meta tag with name attribute with the content attribute to specify the value. So let's create it. Over here we need to specify meta, and then we need to specify name attribute equal to description. We can specify description, and then we need to specify the content. Content we are going to specify learn HTML5 at one place. Close it. We can also create some of the keywords with the help of metadata, which helps us in describing the document, why this document is being used for. So here again we need to specify, we will call it as keyword, and within that we need to specify the content. Okay, if anybody is searching for HTML5, this will help search engine to index the page, and when anybody is searching, then this page also comes into their search result. So let's verify it. I'm going to remove this one, else it will redirect to some other page. So just copy the location and open it. Now I am into browser, paste it over here, enter. We are into page. Now let's look into page info. Then you will find that we have provided the description over here and the keyword as well. So it is displaying over here. So this way you can describe your web page. That will help us to optimize the search engine ranking. Now proceeding further, head section can also be used to incorporate the script. Here I am not going to cover the JavaScript because it is the third course of this series, but I will touch base how we can incorporate a JavaScript file within HTML file so that we can associate a functionality to the web page. So here we will create an HTML document, incorporate JS example, JS demo, JavaScript demo.html, and here I will generate the HTML code with the snippet. If you remember, here it is snippet, select this one, so it will generate it. For a time being, just remove this one, and here we will add the JavaScript which I have already written. You can find over here, this is the JavaScript file I have written. Don't worry about all these syntax. I am going to take care of JavaScript learning in the third course of this series. So just consider that how we are going to incorporate this JavaScript file to add the functionality within HTML. We will just look into that aspect in this course so that you can aware about how to insert JavaScript within HTML document. So let's do it. Now to attach this script.js file with this HTML, here we will use a script tag. Here we need to specify the source, and the source is script.js there, and we can close the tag script. We will close it. So let's run it now. But prior to running it, I wanted to tell you the behavior, what will happen when this page will load. Then you will get two options. One is static, another one is dynamic. The moment you click on it, it will be changed, the text change to the clicked, and the color of that text is become red. So let's look into that. Copy the path, go to the browser, now paste it, enter. So we have two text. Now I am going to click on dynamic. So see here, it is changed to click and the color is become red. And this we have achieved through JavaScript, which is out of scope for this course HTML5. We will be covering this in third course of this series. So now we understand that how to incorporate a script. We will also look into how we can incorporate a style sheet, that is CSS file, within HTML document. So let's jump into the Visual Studio Code and perform the exercise. Now as usual, we will create a file called incorporate css.html, and here we can generate the HTML with the help of snippet, and here we can specify a h1 element. Here we will use h1 and css demo, and here I wanted to show you I have created a CSS file that I have written. If you're not understanding this CSS, no problem. We are going to cover this in the course 2 of this series. So just consider it. It is a CSS file that help us to provide the presentation to our HTML document. But how we can incorporate it? So this is the demonstration where we are understanding it. Again, we are going to use head section, and where we to incorporate we are going to use link, and here we need to specify a rel, and here we need to tell that style sheet, and then we need to specify the file which we are going to associate with the help of href, and we will tell that style.css. Now let's look into the browser, copy the path and go to the browser. So we are into the browser, paste it, enter. So you will find this, the content of the HTML document is formatted with the help of CSS, and that we have incorporated in this example with the help of link tag. Now we have understand that how to incorporate a style sheet. Same way we can also incorporate more resources like icon file, language related information we can add into the head section. Now on this note, I am stopping over here. See you in the next session. Till then, bye bye, take care.